The purpose of this documentary is to explore the use of individual transferable quota systems, or ITQs, within commercial fisheries and the effects that they have on the environment, economy, individuals, and society as a whole. Recently, an article published in the Coffs Coast Advocate by reporter Leah White, titled "Fishers on Mental Health Watch as They Grapple with Reforms," focused on the controversy surrounding the use of these systems. The article was heavily biased and successfully persuaded me to oppose the use of ITQs within fisheries. The issue arose after the Department of Primary Industries proposed reforms that would introduce catch and effort quotas into 5 separate fisheries within all regions of New South Wales, as shown in the map. These fisheries are all regulated under the Fisheries Management Act 1994, which implements the use of ITQ systems. These ITQs allocate fishers, vessels and producers dedicated access privileges, which can be divided into shares that can be bought, sold or leased. The reforms propose linking shares to either fishing effort or a catch quota, meaning fishers will be restricted by either the time they can spend fishing or the amount that they can catch. The most common reason for opposing these programs is that their introduction often results in many fishermen being forced to either leave the industry or spend money increasing their business operations. However, there are many groups and individuals that support their use, as it is suggested they have overall beneficial impacts within fisheries. This graph represents an assessment of fisheries worldwide, with the vertical axis representing the percentage of collapsed fisheries and the horizontal axis representing time in years. The percentage of collapsed fisheries for those without ITQ management was 27%, shown by the solid line, which was more than double the percentage of collapsed fisheries that did use ITQ management, at 13%, shown by the dotted line. This suggests that ITQs have the potential to improve the long-term viability of a fishery. However, I have realised that the status of some fisheries could have been affected by factors not related to fishing. In 2015, Halverson and Leighton suggested that the use of quotas can help avoid dissipation of resource rents and prevent the depletion of stocks. Contradictory to this, other reports have found that not all fisheries are affected positively by these management strategies. This table shows the average biomass of 20 marine stocks worldwide and the rate of change 5 years before and 5 years after ITQs were introduced. Here, we can see that the world's Greenland halibut population was increasing 10% per year 5 years before the introduction of ITQs, yet 5 years after their introduction was decreasing annually by 7%. However, the herring population improved from falling 7% per year to increasing annually by 20%. Collectively, there were positive changes within 12 of the 20 stocks studied, suggesting ITQ management may be beneficial for some stocks, however others may require different approaches. There is also a suggestion of a strong correlation between ITQ programs and improved economic performance. Fishermen who are restricted by quotas often become more conscious of the timing and quality of the catch, resulting in an increased value and demand of product. Also, it is believed that ITQs transfer financial risk from the government to the fishermen, creating incentives for fishermen to support management actions that may involve a temporary decline in income before they improve long-term profits. During my research of this issue, I've realised that the controversy surrounding ITQ systems is not unique to New South Wales. In the mid-1970s, Canada became one of the first countries in the world to adopt the use of ITQs, which, as this map shows, are nowadays used in all regions of the country. Similar to New South Wales, many Canadian fishermen dispute the use of ITQ programs, as the initial implementation is guaranteed to result in either job loss or financial pressure. Despite this, the use of ITQs has continued, as it is suggested that they improve resource security and result in long-term economic benefits. There is also a vast amount of evidence suggesting that ITQ programs within Canada are effective in reducing exploitation of fish stocks and reaching industry conservation objectives. After assessing Canada's experience with ITQs, I've realised that the scale of their fisheries are much greater than those here, and although the issues seem similar, the program outcomes may differ. With this in mind, I believe it's important to have a systematic data collection plan in place to allow for accurate evaluation and effective adjustments to be made, as well as to consider co-management between fishers and regulators, allowing for a diverse range of perspectives and increased creativity in program development. During my research, I've observed unbiased, credible evidence that both supports and opposes the use of ITQ systems, although I've decided that the benefits do outweigh the drawbacks. I have recognised the importance of these programs and think they are an effective long-term solution to achieving a sustainable fishery. Ultimately, I do support the Department of Primary Industries' proposals to introduce catch and effort quotas into commercial fisheries within New South Wales. However, I believe there need be more consideration for the short-term negative impacts affecting fishermen currently invested within the industry.